because as we always say, if we can be heard, it's half the battle. Shoot some shale.
Better to be heard and not seen.
In our case, it is, isn't it, Bush?
People can't see us. They must be blind. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Shoots of Shale for the third time in a row. How lucky are you? As we're this evening covering the first leg of the Premiership playoff semi-final between Sheffield and Leicester. Obviously, we should have had the first leg on Monday, but British weather decided that it ain't going to happen. This evening, as always, I'm joined by Mr. Dill. How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, all good. Be interesting to see how this goes. These two teams are quite evenly matched, I think, and see who faces Ipswich in the final, eh?
100%, you know, and I think this final's probably the better looking final of the two.
Yeah, 100%.
Semi-final, sorry.
I just want to
thing.
quickly point out, just in case anybody makes the point in the comments, we know Sheffield are the home team tonight. This is a graphic that we're going to use across both meetings, and it was made prior to Monday's rain off, so we've just changed the date on the thing. But it's a general graphic across the two, but we know Sheffield are the home team tonight, so Palmer ain't screwed up the graphic this time.
Makes a change, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Well, we've got literally seconds before they go live. Shall we have a look at the old lineups?
Can do. Do you want to do the visitors, being as I'm sat here wearing a Leicester Lions top?
Oh, TNT's going live now.
Oh, let me refresh so I can get that while you do the lineups.
That's on mute. And that's on full screen. For the Leicester Lions then, at number 1, Max Frick. At number 2, Luke Becker. Number 3, Ryan Douglas. At number 4, Kyle Howarth. Sam Masters rides at number 5, Drew Kemp at number 6, and Joe Thompson at number 7. Have you got them on to watch, and why?
I'm going to go for Ryan Douglas. He likes Sheffield. He generally goes well around here as well, and he's having probably his most consistent season to date in British Speedway at Premiership level as well. And I don't expect that to let up in this one.
So I've gone for Kyle Howarth. He's had some poor performances at Sheffield this season, and if Leicester are to be in that final, they're going to really need Kyle to step up. And he has had 9 seasons on the bounce here.
I remember you went for Kyle Howarth last time we watched Sheffield v Leicester here, and he was bloody awful.
Who knows? Maybe the same. Oh my! Kyle's had a haircut.
Oh my god.
Matt Trick's got his helmet out ready for Heat 1.
Yeah, they've started a little bit of a delay, didn't they, on TNT, so they're going to go straight into racing. So we'll quickly run through the home side. At number 1 is Jack Holder, the rising star for the Tigers. Leon Flint moves up into the main body for the averages for the playoffs, and he rides at number 2. Chris Holder moves to number 3 from the number 5 position, which he's held all season in a slight reshuffle of the riding order for the Tigers. Nick Morris rides at 4. Josh Pickering, the skipper, moves to number 5 to take over captaincy once Carl Howarth left this season. Anders Rowe rides at number 6, and we watch him for the 3rd consecutive night, and he's been impressive in the last 2. Can he make it 3 on the bounce? And at number 7, it's the recently signed Jai Etheridge. Who's your man to watch for the Tigers, Palmer?
I'm torn between 2.
Ooh. You're going to give us both, or are you just going to...
I'll give you both then. Chris Alder's one of them. He's not been as consistent as he was at the start of the season, and definitely, knows that this is the big time and he needs to step up. And Josh Pickering's my other one. He's again needs to put in a true captain's performance. Don't think he's ridden much at number 5 this season. And he's going to really need to pick it up, especially in the latter stages in the bigger heats.
You have a point. I'm going to go for the man that we've watched twice this week already, Anders Rowe. He's been bloody fantastic in the 2 meetings for Poole. He's gated well, he's looked very, very quick on track, and this is another track he flies around. He did brilliant at number 2. I fully expect him to have the beating of both the Leicester reserves, and I think he may get at least an extra ride as well, because with all due respect to Jai Etheridge, if Anders Rowe is flying, you use him as much as you can.
Oh, 100%. I can't disagree with that at all.
Do you want to have a quick look through the results between these two teams this season before we crack on with it? Track looks good, actually, considering the rain they've had.
That looks bang on, that.
Looks fine.
So, I need to find the graphic again because I can't remember the results.
And
Where are you?
I've just took it off the screen as well.
Here we go. So, at Alderton Stadium this season, Leicester has been victorious twice in their 3 visits here, scoring at 46-44 in the Knockout Cup at the end of June. At the end of July, they was victors here 48-42. However, towards the end of last month, it was Sheffield that was the victors here at the 50-40 scoreline. So it evens itself out a little bit. Yeah, who's your money on, if you've got any?
It's been a few weeks since Sheffield have raced here. They've raced at Ipswich, but they're obviously away. It's been a little while since they've been at home. I think Leicester have had the beating of them more often than not. I think Leicester have got the beating of them again tonight. I'll be honest. That's my gut instinct.
Oh, now.
Interesting to see Drew Gebb's got his Kevy's on from last season. Don't know what he's done to his this year's ones, but he's definitely got those really horrible, ugly looking ones on from last year.
He's got the Will Cairns inspired ones, hasn't he? Maybe he's just forgotten this year's ones.
He had them on in a meeting that we watched of Leicester towards the end of the season as well.
Or maybe he's just keeping his 2025 ones for the sad meeting coming up next week with the demise of the Oxford Spires against the Leicester Lions.
One of the regulars are in the chat already. Jimmy, evening guys.
Evening, Jimmy. How are we doing, pal?
Just a quick one on the gates as well. BSN's live update says that Sheffield are off 1 and 3 in Heat 1. Obviously, TNT started on a delay this evening of 15 minutes, and they're going to be starting racing, well, supposed to be now. So that would have been done early on. So Sheffield are on 1 and 3, and tonight's ref is Dave Waters.
You'll be glad to know, Mr. Dill. You know them 5 billion programmes that I've had to try and staple together?
Yeah.
I've only gone and finished it.
Blimey. And you went and stuck a staple through your finger. I am impressed.
Oh, but I'm just as impressed as you, Bush.
Part way through the stream tonight as well, we will confirm our plans for next week. We have spoke about what we're going to do next week, and we've got a plan, which is it's dangerous for Speedway, and because nothing ever goes to plan. But
never mind dangerous for Speedway, that's dangerous for us.
It's true. It's a very good crowd tonight, and the forecast has looked good all day, but there were some concerns about the rain that they have had in the Sheffield area. It's not proved to be an issue. Track looks really nice.
Track probably looks the best I've ever seen Sheffield, to be honest.
Do Sheffield lose something with Leon Flint moving up and Anders Rowe moving down? Because prior to watching him at Poole yesterday and the day before, I ain't been that impressed by Anders the last few weeks. He definitely had more earlier in the season at number 2, and Flint has been absolutely imperious at reserve all season.
I think especially if we're going at start of the season form, they lose that firepower they had at the top. However, having Anders at reserve is massive, and if anything, it probably adds a little bit more to Sheffield in that department.
And we're at Tapes Heat number 1. Have you just got the Heat 1 lineup pop up? Are we on around about the same part?
I'm probably 2 or 3 seconds behind you.
Do you want to drop a refresh on while I do this lineup, and then we'll be around about the same?
I'll do it in the break because we know what TNT is like.
That's true. Heat 1, Gate 1 in blue for the Tigers is Leon Flint. Gate 2 in yellow. Good seeing back on a bike after a very serious injury earlier in the season. Luke Becker. Gate 3 in red is Jack Holder, and off the outside in white Max Frick, whose Grand Prix future now relies on a wild card.
Should the new people choose to give him one, of course. Might not. Yeah, big Heat number 1 coming up. We aim to cover the next leg on Monday, as long as Workington hasn't killed me over the weekend.
Please don't die. Imagine
I'll
a D&D media without one of the Ds.
Well, there's Winchester to cover, innit? And Jack Alder's gone through the tapes.
Oh dear, oh dear. Max Frick had a nibble there, but Jack's touched tapes first. From that view, obviously we can't see from where the angle was. It was head on, but we can see from this one.
This is the angle we want. No,
Jack's guessed it, yeah. Max Frick hasn't moved. So that's not the start that Sheffield were looking for. No, Max Frick's completely still.
And Simon Stead's face after that told a story, didn't it?
It did, and somebody of the calibre of Jack Alder being twitchy early on. That'd annoy me, having a camera straight in my face after that, because he's going to be annoyed, and we know Jack Alder's not one to hide his frustrations as well.
I don't know what would be worse, having a camera in your face after you just touched the tapes, or having Simon Stead come up to you with a miserable face and slapping you on the head.
It looks like they are going to bring a reserve in, and Anders Rowe comes in red to replace Jack Alder. And that's not the start Sheffield were looking for. Jack, to be fair, right, Jack always he's coming straight into the camera. Well, he's trying to get past cameraman's just stuck it in his mush. That would annoy me.
The more concerning thing for me here is, and I don't really care which team goes through, by the way, Jack Alder just does not look like he could care that he just went through the tapes.
I think it's one of them. You can either show your annoyance, or you can, put it behind you quickly and just focus on the next one. If he lets it get into his head this early on, there's a long way to go in this tie. The last thing you want it to do is get into your head in the very first race of potentially 10 for Jack if he gets Heat 15s as well.
You've got a point, Moss.
So he's still got a few to go. So it's not panic stations yet. But if anyone's able to come out and do it, you know, we saw Anders Rowe won multiple Heat 1s early in the season.
100%. But can he do it against Max Frick?
On a
Let's be honest.
On a cold and damp evening in Sheffield on a Thursday in autumn.
At the south of Yorkshire.
Richard Ilston, apologies if I've said that wrong. Thanks for the stream, guys. Heading back home from Portugal and listening in the car. We'll be at the home and away legs for the final following Ipswich. What a boy.
The Witches.
Heat number 1, the rerun. Leon Flint gate 1 in blue. Luke Becker gate 2 in yellow. Anders Rowe comes in for Jack Alder, who touched tapes off gate number 3 in red. And Max Frick off the outside in white. And we always say this, don't we? But it's just an alternative. TNT is an expense, quite a hefty one as well. If you only watch Speedway, so being as we both have it, we can sit here and talk about Speedway, and it just offers an alternative in case people don't want to just read updates.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle looks 10 years younger. He looks 10 years younger with his haircut.
What's his secret? I look about 10 stone fatter with mine. Heat number 1 and the tapes has risen and away we go. It's a beautiful start there from Anders Rowe there, and Leon Flint's got up there, and it's the Sheffield Tigers currently on a 5-1 advantage. Now Max Frick storming up the inside there of Leon Flint, and Leon Flint goes down and heavily into the air fence. To be honest, he ain't getting up from that. And the Reds are on now.
They were a little bit delayed. I'd be interested to see that back. Luke Becker did his teammate absolutely no favours in that first and second turn. Nearly cleaned Max Frick out. I will be interested to see what happens here. Leon does leave a gap. Air fence is punctured. Do you get a feeling it's going to be one of these nights? Leon looks a little bit hurt as well.
I tell you what, I'm glad I haven't got.
It looks like it's going to be one of those nights. Be interested to see the replay of that. Leon Flint definitely leaves a gap, and for me, when the turning Max Frick was in front, it's just whether there's contact and whether Dave Watt as a judge is Mr. Frick cleaned Flinty out, or whether Leon bailed.
Well, this is just what we're going to get the answer to. I mean, that was a beautiful gate there from Anders.
Was, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was a gap there. Contact, but delayed.
There ain't any. For me, there's no contact there. It's minimal if there is.
I'd have excluded Frick there just because I don't like him.
It's minimal if there's any. We'll have a quick look and see.
Took his leg out.
No, it's not. I don't think there's any. That one's not convinced me that there's any contact there.
Took his leg for bait.
I think you're watching something different to me, Mush, to be honest. For me, there's no contact there.
I did see his back wheel just kind of took his leg out, but
still stand by.
Our opinions don't matter.
I think you're watching something a bit different.
I'm watching hurt. Sheffield versus Leicester.
He looks hurt though, or is he buying his team time with the expectation he'll be in the rerun? Slow mode version. This angle's no good. We need that back one again.
It's not. His back wheel takes his leg out.
No, I don't think it does.
But this is Dave Waters.
He'll probably exclude. He'll exclude Anders Rowe for making too good of a start.
Probably, or for being ginger.
Or for that, yeah. You'd exclude him for being ginger, though. See, for me, that angle, Leon lifts his leg up.
Anders.
He's a nice lad, yeah. And that is a delayed reaction as well, as you called it, in real time.
Delayed but heavy in it. It would be Dave Waters now, other than Dave Waters. My stream's gone off. 2 seconds.
Yellow is white is excluded. Contentious for me. That I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally. I think it was Max Frick's line to take. And the two riders that you want to be in this heat are now both out, Jack Alder and Max Frick, and it's suddenly going in the... who'd have thought that it would be going in the Tigers' favour after Max Frick... sorry, Jack Alder was excluded from Heat 1. I think Max Frick's hard done by there, I'll be honest.
Hey. Well, if anything, it evens itself out a bit, doesn't it?
Dougie's gone over to have a chin wag. Max makes a bad start as well. Or Anders just makes a really good one. Becker tries to kill him in the first turn. No, I think Dave Waters has got that wrong. He's gone to watch the replay and I don't think he's overly happy with what he's seeing either.
Who'd be a referee at a playoff meeting?
We both want to become referees.
Well, yeah, you've got a point.
Who'd want to be
I mean,
a rider?
for me,
Who'd want to be a rider in these pits? These are so bloody tight.
Oh, mate, they're horrible.
It's as bad as the Leicester ones. Leicester's back onto each other, don't they? You get gassed out by the fumes off the bike. These ones just sat on top of each other.
Literally.
I won't repeat what you said to me before this stream started as to why you'd go to Sheffield if they're in the final. But it won't just be these lot sat on top of each other. Oh, God. We were really...
Pick up that delightful...
Carry on.
Pick up that delightful lady doing a tour with Lincoln and Lincolnshire and surrounding places.
Oh, God, you've just landed yourself right in it, ain't you? The rerun of Heat 1. We will get there eventually. Leon Flint, Gate 1 in blue. Luke Becker, Gate 2 in yellow. And Anders Rowe, Gate 3 in red. Sheffield need to capitalise on this. We saw a couple of these the other night for Poole. A couple of three-rider... for Redcar, weren't it? Three-rider only races. And they weren't able to capitalise at Poole.
100%. And with the greatest of respects to Luke Becker, he's a bit crap at the minute.
Nick and Dougie having a chin wag, obviously the best of friends. Both have a very
pals.
Good relationship with Darcy Ward as well, don't they?
That they do. The tapes and rise for heat number 1. It's the Tigers that have gated on a 5-1. Anders Rowe there with a lovely start and a lovely first turn there, and Flint is there in second. Luke Becker's not a million miles off Leon, to be fair, although the track, it looks quite wet and quite heavy. As much as it looks a nice picture, it does look rather moist. Becker's giving it absolutely everything to try and get closer to Flinty, but Anders Rowe's checked out away and gone. He can go get himself a hot dog, and he can probably even go to a hotel just around the corner and get himself checked in, because he's flying. But Becker now is very, very close to Leon Flint there for third. One mistake from Flinty, Becker's got to be through. But it's Becker that makes a mistake there mid-bend, and that's virtually gifted the Tigers a big 5-1 to start off with. And this is going to be a massive, massive result. And it's going to give Anders a hell of a lot of confidence going into the easier reserves race in heat number 2.
Yeah, Becker went for that wide line, and there's nothing out there yet. I don't know what he was doing out there, to be honest with you. But we did question whether Anders Rowe would be as good as he was earlier on. He's just answered that, and he's carrying on his fine form of the business end of the season. He's in all 3 competitions for Poole. He's in this semi-final, looking to get to the final at Premiership level as well. He's got a busy end to the year.
He has. Very busy.
Heat number 1 was won by the rider in red, the reserve replacement Anders Rowe. Second in blue, Leon Flint, and third in yellow, Luke Becker. 5 points to Sheffield, 1 to Leicester, and it's obviously 5-1. There's going to be another delay now with Anders having 2 on the bounce.
He's young, he can get straight on it.
Becker gated quickly and went skywards, and that was about it. There was nothing that wide out this early on either.
Oh, 100%.
The two Sheffield boys are riding mid-track. I respect the fact he didn't want to follow their line, but their line was the fastest line.
It was 100%.
And that will make Jack Holder feel a lot better now.
100%, you know. I think Jack secured his place in the GP to next year, so he hasn't really got a lot to worry about. Just these vital few meetings for the Tigers.
And as you said earlier, barring Workington killing you off, we'll be back with the second leg on Monday. What realistically do you think Sheffield needs to take to Leicester? Bearing in mind it's not really been a happy hunting ground for them this year.
12 minimum.
You reckon it needs to be over double figures?
100%. I do appreciate last time Sheffield was at Leicester, it was 48-42 to the Lions, which isn't too bad in the long context of things. But Sheffield haven't beaten Leicester over 2 legs this year.
And that was the meeting where the track was piss wet through and they had to do all the starts again.
The one.
Yeah, it was the leveller, weren't it? With the weather forecast we've got over the next few days, the track shouldn't be piss wet through that night. It should be able to.
Have you not seen the forecast for the weekend, Bush?
Not for Leicester. It looks fine. Are you just looking at Workington's forecast and thinking it'll be everywhere?
Basically, yeah. I'm gonna have a look now.
We're all in Workington for the weekend. Winnie's in the comments, another legend. Evening, gents. Forgot you were on tonight. Hope everyone's well. Lager and Cornetto tonight. Definitely been a long day.
Yes, it has been all through. I respect the lager and Cornetto. What lager are we on? This is the important stuff.
And is it a mint Cornetto or are we mixing it up a little bit tonight? Now, Anders Rowe won Heat 1 really easily, so he should win Heat 2 even easier.
Keyword being should.
Yeah, should, yeah. Drew Kemp has experience around this track, though. He raced here for a bit, didn't he? And Joe Thompson did well, actually, last time Leicester were here.
He did. Leicester could have got Joe a proper race suit. Like.
I was going to say, he's been in for the majority of the season, isn't he?
You know, Jokesy got a race suit and he did about 2 meetings in it.
Yeah.
Joe, no, you could have a top pal.
It's just giving that Plymouth suit another run out, being as it's done for Plymouth.
Fair play.
Heat number 2 at Tapes, gate 1 in white for the Lions, Drew Kemp, gate 2 in red, winner of heat number 1, Anders Rowe, gate 3 in yellow, which was the winning gate of heat number 1, goes to Joe Thompson, and off the outside in blue is Joy Etheridge. Obviously Sheffield, the only team in the playoffs, I think, the only team in the playoffs that are left that's got their rising star in the main body of the side, with Leon Flint now at number 2.
I think Sheffield might be the only team that's got the rising star at number 2 this season.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Start Marshall showing the riders where the tapes are. Steady looks. A picture of focus.
Big Kev, what a boy. We might get 8:15 done this side of Christmas. Big Kev walks away then for heat number 2. The tapes fly, away we go. Anders has made a good start there, but Kemp's still there with him, and a bit of contact there from Kemp with Anders Rowe. And what could Jai Etheridge do now as he's coming blasting underneath his teammate here, and he's putting Drew Kemp under some pressure, and it's a 3-all as it stands. But after that heat 1, nobody expected Anders Rowe in the 3rd place here. We expected Anders to be somewhere near Rotherham, to be honest, but Kemp it is that has the lead there with Jai Etheridge chasing him all the way there in 2nd position. Anders is very settled there in 3rd place, and I should have just kept Jai's 2nd. That put in my programme, ruined it now. As we come into the final lap then of heat number 2, Drew Kemp with a very skilled, experienced rider here, an experienced dead on young shoulders, as some may say, but A very, very solid ride here from Drew Kemp, who's going to take the win in heat number 2.
His Alderton experience came into play there, didn't it? Made a good start off one. Anders Rowe was there off 2 as well, and he just got the elbow off Drew, and then a good cutback from Reggie as well. But Drew had the speed on him, and I think he's riding high on confidence at the minute as well. He's obviously, for the last couple of meetings of the season, he's Berwick's number 1 as well, and in a team with Nick Morris and Peter Kildemand, that's some going.
100%.
Result of heat number 2 was won by the rider in white. Drew Kemp second in blue, Jai Etheridge, and third in red. Anders Rowe 3 apiece the points, and it's 8 points to 4 in Sheffield's favour after 2 heats. Winnie, Tysky, Polish Lager, Strawberry or Mint Cornetto tonight. Oh, have both. Treat yourself.
So, Tysky Polish Lager. Lovely stuff, that. My old China. Lovely stuff.
A Palmer would know a good lager when he hears about one.
To be fair, I do try and tend to buy Tysky, and I've got it in the local convenience shop over the road.
Is that where they've got that really nice new monster as well?
Yeah.
I went to look
Well,
in
they
our
didn't have
local.
it when they...
It's really hard to get your hands on, isn't it? Is it still the same price? With that stupid import price on it as well?
£3.50 a can.
It is nice, it is worth it as well, but
It
only
is
as
nice.
a special treat. It's the darn import cost as well, isn't it?
Special treat 7 times a week.
I ain't had it since I came back off holiday, you know.
Now, back to the meeting here. Old opinion. This is where the meeting and the tie is going to be won and lost.
Yeah, these combinations. It's strange to see Chris Alder at number 3. He's spent all season at number 5 pretty much, but Simon Stead obviously sees something that he wants to capitalise on here. And to be fair, Dougie's had his best season as well, and this combo for Leicester have been really good this season, particularly at home. The
100%.
The lineup of heat number 3, gate 1 in blue, we see him for the second night in a row, or second night out of 3. Nick Morris, who guested for red car at Poole just a couple of nights ago as well. Gate 2 in white, Ryan Douglas. Gate 3 in red, Chris Holder, and off the outside in yellow, Carl Howarth.
Yeah, so it is.
Dare I say, the away pair have got more experience of Arlington as a whole than the home pair in this one.
To be honest,
particularly Kyle.
The away number 4 has probably got more Alwoodson experience than the whole Sheffield team put together.
That is true. And Dougie notoriously goes well there. Yeah, he notoriously goes well around Sheffield.
So, heat number 3 then. Big Kev's got them into order, and look at the magnets. Dougie moves first, and then Nick goes through him.
The two best pals have got to touch the tapes now.
But argument could be that there was held a while, even though I think they're automatic ones.
Automated ones, yeah. Every Premiership track I think has got automatic. Did Nick move first? No.
Dougie touches the tapes first as well.
Dougie will be disqualified, and for me, they need to bring Drew Kemp in, and the nerves are showing, and that's unusual because Dougie's definitely sorted his gating out. I still remember when Dougie signed for Wolves, the first thing you said to me was Dougie cannot gate for love nor money, and he's much better at that than he used to be. And Ryan Douglas is disqualified as expected.
I remember when Dougie first signed for Scunny back in 2013, and he couldn't stay on his bike.
And it is a case of the big riders, the riders you wouldn't expect to be making these mistakes, that are making mistakes.
Now, this is the kind of anger I expected from Jack Alder in the first one.
Is Dougie fuming?
Well, I say anger. He's
annoyed.
He made a little fist with his hand and punched his toolbox.
Yeah, he's annoyed. And he does wear his heart on his sleeve. I'd be putting Drew back in here, to be honest. It looks like he's putting his earplugs in. One of the few riders that does ride with earplugs in.
Drew Kemp looks like a thin version of me.
Oh my God, he's had an haircut.
With that haircut, Drew Kemp looks like a thin version of me.
He does. Remember when he had those luscious locks a couple of seasons ago?
Oh, how could I forget?
But yeah, Drew, and he's coming in off a really good heat too. Ironically, the least experienced riders in the two lineups is the only race we've not had a delay in yet.
Says all you need to know, doesn't it?
And Drew does come in white, and it's not ideal. You saw it with Fricky as well. He was a little bit frustrated, and obviously Dougie there. Not quite. You are right. What you said. It wasn't quite so obvious from Jack Holder, was it?
No.
He's got his helmet on, ready for. Oh, that's Chris. It's wrong Holder. Wrong Holder. I just saw the red helmet and Holder. It's a 50-50 chance, and I went with the wrong 50. If you are in a comment, watching us, get in the comments. Give us your opinions, give us your thoughts. Tell us we're good, tell us we're not. Although if we're not, don't leave a review. Stuart Dixon's hobbling over to have a look at something because Abby interviews Sam Masters on the screen. Or she's going to.
And then Abby's just there like, sod off. I love to talk to that.
Yeah. And that's where the experience, like, you wouldn't have gone and stuck a microphone in Jack's face, notoriously, after the Heat 1 incident. Max Frick's so laid back, isn't he?
Oh, 100%, you know. He's more laid back than what I am. And I'm quite laid back. So, yeah, interesting.
And again, I think they'd rather be having these couple of little hiccups now than you know, Heat 13, 14, 15 of the second leg, you know what I mean?
Imagine if they're having these hiccups now and they make it to the final. Imagine what the nerves will be like then.
Yeah.
It looks dark in Sheffield.
It's dark everywhere, Mush. It's called night time.
No.
I know, it's mad. Speedway under the lights. Whoever would have thunk it? That was funk with an N in there. There was no swearing on being a good one tonight.
Stuart Dixon's complaining to Phil Morris.
I don't know what he's trying to argue. Is he trying to say the tapes are going up slowly or something? Phil Morris ain't interested in a word Stuart Dixon's saying to him.
You probably can't understand what Stuart's saying. As a half Welshman myself, it's hard to understand what the Scots are saying. Alan McNally.
Yeah, that is true. Stuart Dixon looks bloody fuming. That was an unusually long delay for the reserve to come in, though, that you'd have expected it to have been done quite quickly. It's been a while. In number 3, the rerun, gate 1 in blue, Nick Morris, gate 2 in white, the reserve coming in for Ryan Douglas, who's disqualified for touching the tapes. Drew Kemp, gate 3 in red, Chris Holder, gate 4 in yellow, Carl Howarth. You've got to say this favours Sheffield now.
100%.
Although Kempy looked decent in Heat 2, and we don't know what to expect from Kyle. He's either really good or he's really not.
I mean, 9 years on the bounce at this place, he should know his way around.
You got a point. There's a thing. Have arrows painted on the track so riders know the way around. You know, like islands in cars. Or roundabouts for the posh people amongst us.
Maybe we should have, you know, when you go on a bend on the road and you've got them black and white signs.
Yeah.
Put them on the outside of the bends. Anyway, Heat 3 started, by the way, and we're just about on the back straight. And Nick Morris has got the lead now, and it's just about Chris Holder forcing his way into second position. There is he texts Drew Kemp for a burger, and it's the Tigers currently on the 5-1. Kyle Howarth now gets himself into third with Drew Kemp now at the back, and Howarth having a go on Chris Holder here, and Chris Holder says, "You're not coming through, pal. You're British." And Kyle says, like, "Watch me, pal." And Chris is like, "Okay, pal, you try that, and I'll block you." And just like that, and it's the Tigers foul on a 5-1, and Drew's on his bottom.
Has he cleared the track? Red's ain't on, he must have.
The Reds aren't on yet. No, he must have cleared the track. It's a fair play to Drew for doing that. He probably knows it's already a long, long, long night. And Nick Morris is going to get his Premiership playoff semi-final started with a win.
This is definitely not the start Leicester were looking for. Drew's pulled up on the last lap. He did remount. Good ride from Nick. Gates 1 and 3 are proving very advantageous. It's a little bit like Paul the other night at the moment.
100%. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go now.
20 past 8 and we've had 3 heats. But Sheffield are just capitalising on a little bit of misfortune for Leicester, and to be fair, they've been their own downfall, but they ain't going to be this bad all night, I don't think. Heat number 3 was won by the rider in blue, Nick Morris, second in red, Chris Holder, and third in yellow, Carl Howarth. 5-1 to Sheffield, makes it 13 points to 5 after 3 heats. Drew made a good start. Did Kyle no favours though, did he?
And I think ultimately that's what cost the Lions, to be honest. Yeah, Nick Morris, though, what an electric start, and that was that.
He's a good gator in general, isn't he? And he definitely threw himself around for Redcar at Poole the other night.
That he did.
Carl made a bad start as well. He went absolutely nowhere.
100%. And he went on one of them Jet 2 holidays to a place we like to call No Man's Land.
Saving £200 for a family of 4. And Kyle is at number 4, so that counts, right?
Yeah, you can save £200 off for a trip to Turkey.
And Simon Stead will be happy with this, but there's still a good few races left to go. And we're getting ready with heat number 4. And Sam Masters, experienced, will be open to just stop the rot. And we've got another battle of the best mates here of Sam Masters and Pico getting along quite well as well.
The battle of the pals, this, isn't it?
Tish, Simon Stead's made a change. Anders Rowe comes in to replace Jai Etheridge.
Bonnie Blue saw that coming.
Try and build the lead now. Obviously no tacticals in playoffs as well, so they need to capitalise on 1 and 3 again as well.
100%.
Interesting to see how Pico goes at number 5. He's been imperious around this track, so I don't think it'll phase him too much. But we'll see how he goes. Heat number 4, gate 1 in blue for his third ride of the evening so far. Anders Rowe, gate 2 in yellow. Joe Thompson, gate 3 in red. Josh Pickering out for the first time. And off the outside in white, Sam Masters out for the first time. And we watched Oxford last night, and Sam Masters, you've got to say, didn't look himself for that. I know it was a bit of a nothing meeting, but he got pocketed 3 times by Richard Lawson. That's unusual to see around Oxford.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, no, that was an interesting meeting, wasn't it?
And talking of Oxford, that's one of our watch-alongs next week. We'll delve into that at this first track grade after this one, we assume.
But I'm not convinced we'll have a track grade yet. I think they might even do an Oxford and not have a track grade till sort of Heat 7, Heat 8.
I personally hope we get one. I want A, to go to the loo, and B, to go and get my Jaffa Cake donuts. Because I got more of them.
Oh, bloody hell, we've got fireworks going off in Scuddy.
Your dogs are going to be loving that.
Good job my door's shut.
Otherwise Marley'd be tucking himself behind your TV.
Oh, mate, would be shouting and swearing. We'd have to delete this video. Anyway, tapes right for 8-4. The Tigers have gated on a 5-1. I don't know quite what Joshy Pickering was doing there, but he's bound himself to the front. And Anders Rowe looks very solid there in second place. Sam Masters is in third, and he's got no answer to the young ginger man Anders Rowe. And this is perfect for the Sheffield Tigers here in heat number 4. As it stands at the minute, obviously we could have slip strips for some mechanical failures. Obviously, I'm still making up for not having it on the night before last night. But yeah, if anything, now the 2 Tigers boys are half a straight, I would say, ahead of the 2 Leicester Lions boys. And Stuart Dixon's going to be seething at this. He's going to be absolutely bloody seething as we come into the last lap now. And to be honest, these 2 Sheffield boys could just run round now and they'd still get the 5-1. In fact, they could probably walk it, but that would just be a little bit silly. But yeah, perfect ride here from the Sheffield Tigers, and they double their lead over the Lions.
Do you get a sense of deja vu? Leicester peaked far too early last year and got really lucky against Ipswich in the semi-final, but were crap in the final. Do you get that same feeling? They've been good during the season and they're going to bottle it again.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
and obviously we're not affiliated to these clubs, so we can give our honest opinions, and that's just an honest opinion. It feels like a
Well,
rinse repeat.
we're not affiliated with them, but you've got a Leicester top on.
Just supporting the local team. Heat number 4 was won by the rider in red, Josh Pickering, second in blue, Anders Rowan third in white, about 3 miles behind Sam Masters. 5-1 to Sheffield makes the progressive scores, because it's gone off on the screen. 18 points to 6, 12 down, and there's the 12 points you spoke about.
100%, and it didn't take them long to get to it, did they?
It didn't, no.
Yeah.
Pico looked really good as well.
He did.
I've said this a few times this season. For me, Sam Masters isn't the rider he has been previously this year, just in general.
100%.
There seems to be some vulnerabilities there. Good crowding, very good crowding in fact, and obviously Sheffield do a pre-meeting carvery as well. Never had it, never been there. The one we were going to go to got rained off, didn't it? But yeah, I would like to try their carvery. TNT are going on a break, so I imagine there will be a track grade. If there is, we'll take a break as well, because I want to go and get donuts.
Tell you what, right? I've been to Sheffield loads of times.
You never had this carvery either?
I've never had a carvery. I don't believe in having a carvery when you're at a speedway meeting.
Nah, it's like chips and burgers, isn't it? That feels the right thing to.
Yeah. Anyway, they're going on a break. You go and have your wee-wee.
We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. We're back. don't quite know what TNT are doing. We've just got... Oh, there we go, the bat now. Yeah, welcome back to Shoots and Shells. Sorry, we had to go another break.
Sorry.
Uncle Dylan needed sweeties.
Yep, just opening my chocolates. Gave up on the donut side here.
But, yeah. Sheffield 12 points up after 4. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, Leicester have been disappointing, and to an extent they have been the catalyst to their own downfall, but then Jack Alder got excluded from Heat 1 as well, and they've almost bottled it more since that happened. YouTube comments, Gal is in the comments. Evening, guys, totally forgot you was doing this, hope you both good. We are, Leicester aren't.
Is this Yorkshire's equivalent to that very pleasant young lady headed to Lincoln and surrounded areas soon?
Good lord. Let's Max Frick can make the favoured Gate 3 work this time. He was unfortunate to be excluded in the first one, but he needs to step up now. Frick's the captain for Leicester, isn't he?
Yeah, I've never seen Stuart Dixon wear glasses in my life.
Oh, I have. Yeah, he does. And Leicester needs to capitalise on the favourable gates now as well. In number 5, Gate 1 in yellow, Luke Becker. Gate 2 in red, Chris Holder. Gate 3 in white for his first full lap of the meeting, Max Frick, after being disqualified in heat number 1. And off the outside in blue, winner of heat number 3, impressively as well, Nick Morris.
And it was. And Leicester, I think they'll just be hoping Max can just go out there and
stop
win
the
this
rot.
one.
Just stop the rot.
Yeah, 100%.
And if there was a potential target, then it probably would be Noddy. He had to work very hard to fend off Kyle Eworth, I think it was, in Heat 3.
Correct.
Or was it? It might have been Kempe. It was Kempe who was putting the pressure on. Yeah, but Nick was gone, but he did have the very advantageous Gate 1. Sheffield will be looking to get a winner out of 2 or 4, neither of which have had a win yet. Stuart's just like, I don't know what's happening. What are they doing?
They've got that bottle with the word job next to it. So, Big Kev walks away then 4. Heat number 5, Tapes Fly, away we go. It's a very good start there for Chris Alder, and Max Frick's there with him. And Nick Morris has got round Luke Becker, and it's currently the Leicester Lions number 1 that's out in front. And it's 3-all as it stands. It's not a heat advantage to anyone. But yeah, so yeah, I think this is what the doctor ordered for Max Frick, but not necessarily what the doctor ordered for the Lions, although Luke Becker's not a million miles off Nick Morris. One mistake from Nick Morris, and Becker's going to be through as we come into lap number 3. And to be fair, between first and second, there's a bit of a gap there now. So it's the big battle really now is for third and fourth, and Nick Morris goes wide there. Can Luke Becker capitalise? No, he's not quite close enough, and as we enter the final lap now, it's going to be a 3-all advantage to nobody because it's the same.
Saves that nice. Oh, Becker was close over the line,
but Morris gets that.
Nick just on, yeah. And Luke Becker's a bit of a concern. Any 1 point out of a possible 6. Leicester would be looking for more. Dare I say, he's one of the 2 passengers they're carrying at the moment.
I mean, I appreciate that he's just come back from injury. It begs the question, should he have come back this season?
It does. The result of Heat 5 was won by the rider in white, Max Frick, second in red, Chris Holder, and third in blue, Nick Morris. Points divided 3 apiece, and it's now... That's not right. Noddy was third. Oh, no, it was Nick third, yeah. I had an absolute brain fart for a moment. YouTube comments later. The picture says Leicester v Sheffield, and that's not right, guys. I covered this at the start just to cover our backs. This is a general thumbnail that's going to be used for both. So we just... it was made for when Leicester had the first leg, and the date's just been changed. But rather than completely changing the graphic, we just opted to change the date and keep it as it was. So it's just a general one. It was just potluck, whoever got left and whoever got right.
In basic terms, Leicester screwed me over when I did the graphic, so it's their fault.
All Leicester's fault.
Everything. It's all Stuart Dixon's fault. Stuart Dixon shouting at Sam Masters here.
How tight is that entrance to the track here as well?
It's not the widest.
It's definitely not. Jack Holder's gone to the wrong gate. Jack should be on gate 1 because he was excluded off 3, weren't
he? Yes.
Jack's prepared Sam a nice spot there.
See, people say Jack Holder's a bit of a knobhead, but he's done such a lovely thing there for Sam. I don't even know if they're friends, but that was such a nice thing to do. It should be credited.
Here number 6, gate 1 in red, definitely off gate 1. Is Jack Holder, gate 2 in white. Sam Masters was disappointing in his first ride, let's be honest. Gate 3 in blue, paid winner first time out, Leon Flint, and off the outside in yellow, Drew Kemp, who was on his third ride, not his second, after coming in to replace Ryan Douglas when he touched the tapes in heat number 3.
That feels like an eternity ago.
Missed that, blame Dixon.
Yeah, it's all his fault.
I know we will be blaming Dixon. A fair few Leicester fans if this goes peak tongue.
It's certainly not started the way the Lions have hoped, but
No, it's not.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
They just need to settle the nerve. They just need, even if it's a couple of 3 alls, they just need to stop the rot, don't they?
I don't think going into Leicester, I don't think the Lions will be too worried at 12 down, but I think this would be the absolute bare maximum before they hit the
Leicester have
panic button.
gated.
Tapes up there for heat number 6. It's the Lions that have gated. I'm probably about 2 seconds behind, but I know what TNT's like, so I don't really want to refresh if I have to. But yeah, it's the Lions that have gated. Then Drew Kemp leading with Sam Masters there in second, Jack Holder's there in third, and Leon Flint at the rear of the field. And Drew Kemp leads, and this is a very, very impressive ride here from Drew Kemp. Obviously wanting a little bit of retribution more than anything for having a little bit of a slidey off in his last ride, and Holder's chasing both the Lions boys all the way, but Sam Masters is just team riding this one to perfection. It's almost like these two knew what they were doing, and now Jack's got himself to the party, and Sam's just left the inside there wide open, but Jack's still not able to capitalise on it just yet, as we come into the last lap now, and I think Jack's virtually given up with getting that second place now. He's just going to accept that he's a bit crap. Oh, that was nearly carnage there, but Jack's got to accept he was a little bit crap, and that was that.
I think that was probably the most uncomfortable paid win Sam Masters will ever have. Drew Kemp was a little bit slower than Sam would have liked. Sam was having to shut down. He does shotgun him home. There's an handshake. It's an important one, but Sam would have been feeling the pressure from Jack Holder behind. But that's definitely settled the nerves a little bit now, and it takes 4 points off of the lead. And Drew Kemp stepping up big time in this meeting so far.
Drew Kemp stepped up a lot the last few weeks.
He's had a very good season, hasn't he?
It's good to see, actually. I've got a lot of time for Drew.
Heat number 6 was won by the rider in yellow, Drew Kemp. Second in white, Sam Masters. And third in red, Jack Holder. 1 point to Sheffield, 5 to Leicester, and it's now 22 points to 14. And that was done off gates 2 and 4. Gate 4 had its first bit of success of the meeting. Both the Leicester boys made beautiful gates, and Jack Holder completely missed it.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah.
And this combo, there has been a little bit of confusion between Sam and Drew at points this season. There has been points where you've saw Sam frustrated But Sam, although Drew was a little bit slower then, the experience of Sam knew he just needed to ride shotgun and keep Jack Holder behind, and he managed to. So, although it wasn't the most comfortable race for Sam, the overall benefit to the team outweighs the uncomfortableness for him.
Oh yeah, there was a. To be fair, right, I think most people know I'm not necessarily Sam's biggest supporter. Purely because he's said many times in the past that Scunny's a shithole, and I took that offensively. He is the
Talking of Scuddy, there's David Howe pushing Ryan Douglas off.
2 Scuddy legends, they'll both be in the Scuddy pits next year. Oh, did I just say that out loud?
Are you dreaming again, boss?
Wet dreaming as well at this point. After the year we've had.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, Sam though he is the ultimate team rider though, isn't he?
He can team ride well. I remember 2023, the first year without, 22 maybe. The first year Rory Schlein retired and Steve Worrell came into to Wolves, and that 1 and 2 combination of Sam Masters and Steve Worrell.
Good pairing that.
It was, yeah. Heat number 7, first ride of the night off gate number 1 in white for Ryan Douglas, who was disqualified for touching the tapes in heat number 3. Gate 2 in red, Josh Pickering, very, very impressive first ride for him. Gate 3 in yellow, Carl Howerton off the outside. Is this a reserve switchback or is Anders still in? Reserve switch, Reggie in blue, yeah?
The telly said it was Reginald.
Let's check BSN updates. It is Reginald, yeah. Jai Etheridge replaces Anders Rowe in blue in this one.
Up the Reginald.
And we'll be watching him in a couple of weeks at Workington. Andrew Kemp, for that matter, if all goes to plan.
Yeah, it's a week on Sunday the 27th. No, 28th. 28th.
28th.
27th is the Saturday. Where Workington take on the Berwick Bandits.
And we bigged this pairing up for Leicester. Obviously, Dougie got excluded. Kyle was 5-1. So this is a big race for these two. Reggie's not happy with something. Reggie's parked up. I don't know what he was complaining out there.
No, and the tapes has obviously risen, as we could see. And Pico's got the lead there with Kyle House just going around his teammate Dougie. And this is, well, to be fair, the worst case scenario Leicester could have hoped for, really, 3-3 here. Pico's away and gone. He can go and get himself a cheeseburger and chips. And this race, to be honest, we're just about halfway through it. It's very, very spread out. Not too sure what happened with Jai Etheridge there. I don't quite think he was ready, but you know, that's his own problem. He should have been ready to start with, shouldn't he? As we about to enter the final lap then of heat number 7, and Josh Pickering is an absolute joy to watch around Sheffield, and well, he's half a straight ahead now, to be honest. Nobody, he's catching him tonight. He's up for this, and that 8-point deficit, I think, still remains.
Oh, Reggie's chain's come off. He's holding his chain in his right arm.
Ah.
But would the cynic in me, would he have cleared the track if Leicester had gated on a 5-1? It just so happened Pico gated. Would he have cleared the track so quickly if it had gone the other way?
You never know these things. Probably not.
Good ride from Pico to take the win in red with Carl Howarth in second and Ryan Douglas third. This combo that's been so good for Leicester this season, he's struggling at the moment. Obviously, that was Dougie's first completed race. He was nowhere near on the pace, was he?
No.
That's a 3-all, and it's now 25 points to 17. You can see his chains off there. He knows it as well. He tries to come in, but he knows his chain's dangling. Start Marshall calls him in. He's touched tapes deliberately to try and get it stopped beforehand.
Yeah, 100%.
He smart to lift his bike up in the hope that the ref would have seen it, but he opts to clear the track.
Yeah, he's one of them little pieces of misfortune, you know. Leicester's had it, and now it's gone the way of Reginald.
Luckily, it was Josh Pickering from a Sheffield point of view that got out in front, and there was no way he was being caught, was there?
No.
And they've just steadied the tide a little bit now. Leicester Steady's got half a smile on his face. That doesn't happen often. Anders Rose still doesn't know how to pull his hat down over his ears.
If he's at Scunny over the winter, I'll teach him.
Just teach him how you're supposed to wear an hat.
Yes.
I don't know what he's doing. Is he keeping his hair warm, or and the point of an hat to cover your ears and stop you getting like earaches and all of that?
Meant to be.
Although, to be fair, in Speedway, the point of a hat is to promote your sponsor. And that's literally it. TNT getting another ad break. We'll stay on this time if you want to stay on. Should we give ourselves a little plug while we've got a moment?
We may as well.
The advert will come on the screen right about now.
So, are you looking for social media people next year? Whether it's just a social media page you want running, whether it's just graphics, whether it's post doing, or whether it's anything else. If you're interested in having social media next year, get in touch with us. We are the leaders in Speedway design, according to the website. Don't know who did it, but I don't think it's too wrong. And yeah, get in touch because we're looking at filling our diaries for next year with graphics and socials work, and we'd like to be working with you as long as you're not a knobhead.
Yeah, what you said, yeah. Sorry, eating sweeties.
Hey, look, we all deserve an eating sweeties break.
Trust me to have crunchy what is it? Crunchy Rocks. The most noisy sweets I could find.
Oh, crunchy. I haven't had a crunchy in bloody years.
See, I've seen a video on TikTok of somebody making their own honeycomb using sugar and water and warming it up that way, and I really want to try it now.
Worth a try, Mush.
It can only be shit, and if it is, I can fry in the bin, you know what I mean?
Well, at least then you can only blame yourself if it's a bit rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Fun times. Fun times indeed. Zane Kennedy's there on the spanners for someone. Don't quite know who's on the spanners for, but he's there.
Is that Pico, maybe?
Probably. I think he does work with Pico, to be honest. Zane, very nice lad. His brother had a great media team last year. Well, last season.
This season.
This season. Same thing. When you're riding for that club, you know, our season's only been done 3 weeks, I think.
Feels like forever. Does it feel like you've had the full winter?
Yeah, and we've just got the full winter to come.
It's another bottle of H20 gone. I've drank about 3 litres of water today. Not fun.
At least you're drinking water, Bush.
You on the beer?
I'm on my 6th bottle of Pepsi.
Pepsi? Winnie, pretty sure the ref should have stopped that there. Similar to the other night, starting a fence should stop the race in case something happens further round. Luckily, he cleared the track.
Well, according to someone in our group chat, it's okay to touch the tapes now.
Who said that? Which idiot has said that?
Have a guess.
Paisley.
Not quite. I'll give you a clue. I'm going up to his hometown tomorrow.
Kane.
Yeah.
Dick.
Kane's a nice guy. He's just misunderstood, a bit like me.
And Alan.
With a little bit more hair on the head.
Track's holding up well. There was some concerns from people we know who live in Sheffield that the weather that they've had this week would have done some damage to this, but it's not.
If anything, it's probably done the track a little bit of good.
It did at Oxford last night, didn't it?
Oh, it was the best Oxford's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apart from sort of like, you know, between 2008 and 2021 when it was at its best.
I wonder what point Reggie was trying to rev up there. See, he does try and get the ref's attention, but then he does and the ref just ignores him anyway.
Dave Waters in it.
I do tend to agree, though, that should have been stopped.
It should have been 100%.
You know what I think? I'm curious now. Will the referee give Jai Etheridge a warning because he technically touched tapes?
Possibly.
That'd just rub salt into the wounds, wouldn't it? Didn't stop the race and completely ignored it, but gets back in. Oh, by the way, I'm on a warning now for touching the tapes.
It'd be the most British Speedway thing to do, wouldn't it?
It would.
But yeah, that is the worst bit of misfortune you could get, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You're just about to start a race and your chain snaps. I've seen it happen a few times, to be fair. It's stunning. Awful.
You're revving your bike up and you're getting absolutely sod all out of it. Reggie's out again here because this has to be the 2 and 7s. Although there's no rising star in the Sheffield reserve pairing now, because Leon Flint's at the main body, does still have to be the numbers 2 and 7.
And your number 2 can be replaced by a number 6 if the team manager wishes.
Yeah, but your number 7 has to be there. Yeah, I should have pointed that out better.
In fairness, this is the battle of the shit ones. Get in. There is 5 points between the 4 of these.
And Leon Flint's got 2, paid 3 of them. Reggie's got 2 of them.
And Luke's got 1 of them.
And Becca's got the other one, yeah.
So naturally, Joe Thompson comes and wins this.
Leon's still working with Stevie Worrell's old mechanic.
Gonna say Stevie didn't have him in the pits all this year.
Yeah, it was his mechanic last year, I think. And then when he came ill, Leon started to work with him.
Sensible.
Phil Morris is calling the riders back to the pits.
Oh, blood. This has got fast written all over it, now, hasn't it?
I am happy for Joe Thompson, though. He came in short term and got to keep his spot. And to be fair, he's been solid enough. He's not had a bad season.
He more than done his job, especially at home at Leicester.
Mm-hmm. And he can gate Carney, and that's part of the trick around Leicester.
Yeah, 100%.
Stuart looks bewildered. It's like me first thing in the morning.
Like me, when I get told I have to go to that place I don't really like to work.
Oh.
You know, that one that begins with a G.
Yeah. G? Oh! Yeah. Oh, I love Grimsby now. Don't you dare slag off Grimsby. They knocked the star for Manchester out of the cup.
To be fair, that's the only good thing Grimsby's ever done and will ever do again.
Grimsby are lifelong heroes to me. Grimsby won their next match in that competition as well against Sheffield Wednesday the other night.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
That would have been another upset as well.
Maybe this is the year of Grimsby Town.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Grimsby Town. I don't follow football, by the way, so if I'm saying it wrong, I'm just literally just guessing.
Good to see Proctor still around Speedway, obviously retired after that spell with Birmingham a couple of years ago at championship level, now spanners for Jack Alder.
I think he works for Damien Bates as well.
He does, yeah.
So that, is it PBHS, I think it is?
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. That fella on the camera there's got a mullet, he looks just like George Michael.
He looks like...
In the one days. In the one days, obviously.
He looks like if my nan was like 30 years younger and was a bloke.
Nick and Dougie having a chinwag again, and you will have people who are diehards that think that opposition should be opposition and they shouldn't have a chinwag.
How dare a Leicester rider have a chinwag with a Sheffield rider? It's just wrong.
And there is a lot of them in the sport actually as well now, I've noticed.
Opposition chinwags or negative supporters?
Delusional supporters that think that they shouldn't be allowed to have a chinwag because they're opposition.
I mean, let's be honest, right? My Premiership team and your new Premiership team are probably going to be in the final. Does that mean we're not allowed to do a watch-along, or we have to do a watch-along in silence?
Yeah, Sit there. Well done, Leicester. Well done, Ipswich. Screw Ipswich. Screw Leicester. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I need to
It'd
stop
be our
eating
most
these chocolates. I really need to stop eating these chocolates.
It'd be our most watched watch-along.
It'd be like, you know, where boxers have this little sit-down chat, the gloves are off or something. It'd be like that.
Yeah. It'd certainly be something.
Funny.
100%.
Have we got any reason? Oh, delay. There's a medical emergency in the crowd, according to Speedway updates.
There's a medical delay in where, sorry? Did you say the crowd?
There's a medical emergency in the crowd. I'll tell you what, this track's tried out nicely. It could, dare I say, it's like Oxford, it could do with a little bit of H20 throwing on it.
Is this medical emergency Jack Coleman suffering a broken heart?
Is that a fella that was stood in the background earlier with a Leicester top and glasses?
I don't know if he was stood in the background, but he has got a Leicester top on and glasses, and he has gone there, yeah.
And I think now's a good time to talk about what we're going to be watching next week. We've come to our decisions on our schedule for next week, and we're stacking it again.
More Speedway for you. How good are we to you people? So, next week, Monday, we're watching the second leg of this. Tuesday, not watching anything. Wednesday, watching the Blue Ribbon at Pull. Thursday, we're watching the Oxford Spires funeral. Oxford versus Leicester. Friday, nothing on here, but if you're at Redcar, buy me a pint.
Drew Kemp replaces Luke Becker in Wart.
I think that got through our plans.
It did. Yeah, Drew Kemp is in Wart off gate 3. Harsh on Luke, but absolutely the right decision. Winnie's got a strawberry cornetto, Palmer.
Oh, do like a strawberry cornetto from time to time.
Is it one of them posh ones with like the little white chocolate curls on the top, or is it like a bog standard shop's own brand one that ain't got the white chocolate curls on it?
The Iceland ones have got the chocolate curls on it. Oh, lovely.
Very nice.
Troops of Shale's just going to be... We're not going to do watch-alongs next year now. We're just going to go around Winnie's out of an ice cream van.
The lineup of heat number 8 is now at tapes after the little delay. Gate 1 in yellow is Joe Thompson. Gate 2 in blue, Joy Etheridge. Gate 3 in white, the reserve change. Drew Kemp replaces Luke Becker. And off the outside in red is Leon Flint.
That it is.
Plenty of past Wolves in this race. 3 of the riders in this race have signed for Wolves at one point, with Joe Thompson being number 8 one year. Obviously Becker and Drew and Leon had a season as reserve partners in 2022, I think.
I think that's right, and I'm sure Joe Thompson was promoted to the main body in 2022 at some point. Didn't one of them get
when
injured?
Leon was out, yeah, Joe Thompson took over that spot.
Yeah, I remember having seen
Leicester have gated!
And I'm a little bit behind.
Screw that. Joe Thompson's gone to the back.
Normal services. What the bloody hell's Leon Flint doing there? He's a bit wide, like, but Leon's now forced his way to the front as he had, not quite. Drew Kemp's just held the right line there, and Leon now diving up the inside there. Drew Kemp, good right there from Leon Flint, and Drew Kemp blasting round the outside again. This is the neck and neckers are going into turns 3 and 4 now, and Leon's now really just he sent Drew for a bit of a burger there. To be honest, Drew. He looked like he was giving a sign, but I think he was just sorting his tear off. So it's hard to understand Speedway riders. They're very weird, as we're in lap number 3 now, and Leon Flint's got a decent lead. And to be honest, Reginald isn't a million miles off Drew Kemp, as we've got 1 lap left to go then. And Reggie's looking to come up the inside there. Drew's blocks his line.
Drew's going to lose second here.
Reggie goes wide, and Kemp's holding that inside line here. Reggie round the outside. It is a big 5-1 to the Tigers. What a ride.
Drew's got to have had a bike issue there. He slowed proper on that last lap. He really, really slowed down.
question for you.
Okay.
So, in Drew's last ride, he was team rode by Sam Masters.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Masters nursing him home, would he have kept a top 2 position in that race?
I think he had the speed on him, to be honest. He gated and he was gone. He didn't have that luxury there. Going to a battle with Flint, he put himself in a position he didn't want to put himself in, trying to cut back. And lost his momentum in doing so. And then slowed up. There's the 12 points back for Sheffield with a win for the rider in red, Leon Flint. Second in blue, Jai Etheridge. And third in white, Drew Kemp. 5 points to Sheffield, 1 to Leicester. Now 30 points to 18. The real McCoy cornetto with the curls on it. Lovely. Done it right. And Leicester gated on a 5-1 there.
Well, they did. But, yeah, that was a solid gate from the lines there, but a perfect first bend from Leon just to get around Joe and Jai. And then this battle for 2 laps or whatever between Leon and Drew, it was just beautiful speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, the lads riding the back, they're the furthest thing from beautiful, but the racing was good. But, yeah, probably the best race I've seen from Sheffield for a few years.
Krebsar Realm, is it on? Yeah, there should be sound.
Should be.
Yeah, that was a solid
There is
day
sound,
for the
yeah. If you mean the racing, we can't show the racing. It's copyrighted, obviously. But it is on, and you can hear us talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, unfortunately, we're not rich enough to pay this copyright law.
Rich
And,
enough? What's money again? I don't know what that is. Never got any.
Apparently, it's numbers that hit a bank account, whatever one of them is. And as soon as you get it, it goes. Almost like it just pops, says hello, and then just goes home again.
That'll be you tomorrow morning then when you get paid and you're skint again by dinner time.
No, I'm gonna try at least make 20 quid of my wages last till Monday.
Was that to buy snacks for next week's watch-alongs?
Next week's watch along.
Well,
Never
Monday is already covered at least.
Well, yeah. To be fair, Oxford TV should be paying us to watch the Spires finale.
And that it is. It was confirmed last night that Thursday will be the Oxford Spires last ever meeting, whatever the league format is for next year. If there is a Premiership, there'll be no Oxford in it.
Or, if there is a Premiership, will there be Oxford in there? But will it be the Cheaters? Because let's be honest, the Spires name doesn't really suit Oxford.
To be honest, no, they won't. The Oxford will stay at Championship level. Whether there's a Premiership or whether it's one big league, I don't see the Cheaters moving up to the Premiership. Drew Kemp's out for his programmed ride this time and he's got a sweat on.
Well, when you've got a buzz cut like me, sweat just pours off you. But much like the athlete that I am, Drew's an athlete, and he'll be able to deal with the pressure.
The only marathons you do are film and food ones. Same as me.
Don't even do film ones much.
Just food ones.
Yeah, I haven't got time to be watching films.
This is a mental test for Drew. He's just made a really good gate off that gate, but ended up being 5-1 in the end. Line up 3, number 9, gate 1 in white, Sam Masters, gate 2 in blue, Nick Morris, gate 3 in yellow, Drew Kemp, gate 4 in red, Chris Holder, again another 3 riders across the tapes that have all ridden for Wolves that are still dead and buried 2 years on. Same as Midlands Speedway really, isn't it? And unfortunate that, because it used to be the hotbed for Speedway, the Midlands, with Cradley and Wolves and all of that.
R.I.P. in pieces. But whilst there is a bit of doom and gloom about, there is some positive news. Peterborough may be back at the showground, AEPG or whatever they are. They've missed the deadlines to provide any form of information of what they're doing. and the council are back in Speedway, back in Peterborough. So will we get the Panthers back? Who knows? But Tapes has risen N4, heat number 9. The Lions have made it once again, but Sam does Drew absolutely no favours, and Nick Morris has got there, and Drew Kemp's gone to the back, and it's a 3-all non-advantage. And Sam Masters is there as the lead. He says, I shepherded him in home again. He was a bit slow for me. And to be fair, Drew's not a million miles off Chris Alder there in third position. I think Sam's settled there in first, and Nicholas is home and safe there in second. But Chris isn't necessarily home and dry in third. Well, actually, he is now because Drew Kemp's packed up. And so the Lions' hopes in this one are all on Sam Masters, and we've got one left to go then. And barring any form of slips, trips, falls, and mechanical failures, that 12-point gap is going to be retained. And solid ride there from Samuel.
I don't think it was Sam saying you were too slow for me. I think Sam will have seen that Drew gated first then and ended up being 5-1, and he just had to get his head down and go. At the worst case, they needed to share that race, and that was a difficult pairing to go up against as well, so he just had to get his head down for that one to steady the ship again almost.
100%.
Hit number 9 was won by the rider in white, Sam Masters, second in blue, Nick Morris, and third in red, Chris Alder. Drew Kemp's good evening has suddenly gone to SH1T, and that's not what Leicester need. It's now Sheffield 33, Leicester 21. They're both gated again.
They did.
Sam did leave in room. Nick chopped his nose off.
Yeah, and that was it really. The race was done by the third bend.
And this is the number you thought Sheffield needed. Is this a number that obviously Leicester don't want to go in with any deficit, but if it was around this number, do you think Leicester would be confident of overturning that? This 3 and 4 partnership for Leicester need to step it up here, because they've been disappointing between the two of them, to be honest.
I don't think Leicester would be massively concerned with a 12-point gap. But if they let Sheffield take more of a lead, then they'll be starting to hit that panic button.
100%, yeah. And much like Sheffield ain't raced here for a few weeks now, Leicester ain't raced at home for a few weeks either. I think their last meeting at home was against Birmingham, weren't it, a few weeks back?
I want to say yes, but I'm not sure.
So it's been a while for them as well.
And again, this is something I was debating with somebody the other week who says we don't need more fixtures, but we do need relative continuity. It's all right having 2 meetings one week and next week and then having 3 off. Why just not have it every other week?
Yeah. In number 10, gate 1 in yellow, Carl Health, gate 2 in blue, Leon Flint, gate 3 in white, Ryan Douglas, gate 4 in red, Jack Alder. The thing is for Leicester as well, Jack Alder's on 1 point of a possible 6. He's not going to carry on being this shit. He will get it together at some point, and they ain't really capitalised on it while he's not.
100%. But yeah, it's one of them, innit, you know? Jack can't be as bad as what he has been.
Pressure on Dougie,
I think Jack... Massive.
And it should
Massive
also be
pressure on
pointed
Dougie.
out, Jack and Dougie are both on warnings as well from touching the tapes.
Naughty men. Naughty men. Reginald sealing his deal with Leicester for next year. I mean, what?
Flinty taking his time to come to the tapes.
You take your time, pal. Not like we've got a bedtime or anything to go. So Star Marshal walks away for 8-10. The tapes rise. Away we go. The Lions have gated once again. And now Jack Alder just splits the both of them. And Dougie's round the outside there of Jack Alder. That was a beautiful move there from Ryan Douglas. And Jack Alder's putting Dougie under some pressure. But Kyle's also starting to put Jack under some pressure. Leon's at the back as it stands. And it's currently a 4-2 to the Lions at the moment. Although don't write off Jack Alder just yet. He looks fast, but to be fair, so does Ryan Douglas. Kyle doesn't look as fast, to be fair, and Leon's just, well, there. Alder looking to go to the inside of Dougie. He's just got the right line, to be fair. He's just got his back wheel in that dirt, and to be fair, when you get that back wheel in the dirt, that's where you just need to be. Jack's trying absolutely everything. Jack's trying to murder Dougie here at this point, and Dougie's almost reading what Jack's doing there. Blocked him off, but as they come down the back straight now, and Jack and Dougie, there was a bit of contact there, if you ask me, but Jack does that, and that 12-point gap remains.
There was contact there. I think you're right. It would have been interesting if Dougie had gone there. What would have happened? There was definite contact between the two, but Dougie was trying to ride too defensively. If he'd have just got his nut down and stuck to his line and trusted in the fact that Jack wouldn't have come past if he'd have raced his race and just raced the track, he changed his mind and started racing the man instead. Good ride from Jack though, that, and as we said, he couldn't be as SH1T as he has been so far tonight, and heat number 10 was won by Jack Alder in red, second in white Ryan Douglas, and third in yellow Carl Howarth, and it's now 36-24, and that stops a couple of points being clawed off. It's gone from a potential 4-2 to Leicester to a shared heat, and that could be massive.
It could well be. Yeah.
Ironically, it was when Dougie tried to cover the inside line he screwed his race up. If he'd have just stuck with trusting in going wide, I think he'd have had enough.
Yeah, 100%. It's just one of them, innit?
Holder was definitely the quicker of the two, there's no doubt about that.
100%, and Jack just he bided his time, didn't he? And it was a good defensive ride there from Dougie, but yeah, maybe Dougie just needs a season back home.
And this pairing has been so reliable for Leicester this year. Isn't so reliable, and obviously Lou Becker now back out. It's been a while since he was out in Heat 5. And is against the unbeaten Josh Pickering and Anders Rowe, who's dropped just the 1 point to an opponent.
There you go, Luke. There's your third ride. Oh, by the way, you're going up against an unbeaten and the best ginger in the game.
Step over Dab Bewley, step over Brady Kurtz.
No one's bothered about them. It's all about Rowie.
And Leon ends what has been a good night, an okay night actually, with a last place. He'll be frustrated with that. Because he's looked brilliant at points. He's looked brilliant at points and piss poor at others. Hit number 11.
5-6 has been alright.
Yeah, he's done his job, innit? Heat 11, gate 1 in red, unbeaten from 2 rides. Josh Pickering, gate 2 in white. Max Frick bounced back well after a first heat disqualification. Gate 3 in blue, Anders Rowe has dropped just the 1 point to an opponent. And gate 4 in yellow, Lou Becker, who scored just the 1 point. I have to say, pressure on Max Frick here.
Massive. And Pico's look very impressive tonight.
He has.
This could be interesting.
Remember how long it took Pico to get into Premiership racing? Nobody seemed to want to take a punt on him, and then he's now one of the best, most consistent riders in the league.
It's almost similar to Dougie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It took them a few years, but they've come on leaps and bounds, to be honest. In fact, I remember being at Pico's first meeting for Sheffield in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked all right back then. He looks a little bit better now. Not a lot better, just a little bit though. Don't want to give him too much credit. So, Star Marshal, Big Kev walks away for Heat 11, tapes rise, away we go. Frick's made it, although Pico's just there, and Anders Rowe looking to come up the inside there, and now it's neck and neck with Pico and Matt Frick, and Pico is just about got the lead. Frick up the inside there of Pickering. That's a proper man's move, that, and it's a 3-all as it stands at the minute. But Picker ain't done yet. What could Josh Pickering do now? I think Anders is settled there in third. Luke Becker is,
An
well, he's just
embarrassment.
kind of
Let's
there.
let's call it what it is an embarrassment at the back.
I'm just trying to be nice to the geezer, but yeah, he's a bit crap, isn't he? Soz to any Leicester fans that are watching, it is how it is. Max Frick looks absolutely sublime at the minute out in front here, but he's just got no backup whatsoever as we're going to the last lap now. And yeah, Max has got about half a lap in front of the two Tigers. Becker's closing in on the Tigers, but it's far too little, far too late, as Max Frick will not have an easier but harder win there.
Brilliant ride. He stuck Pico out in the deep and rutty stuff. It's a bit bouncy. Would have been change of underpants time for Pico. It's the playoffs. You're going to expect moves like that. And Simon Stead looks angry, and I don't know why. Because if it was his rider that was given a move like that, he'd have been fine with it. So why would it be any different because it's gone against him? But it was still a good 3-all for Sheffield, and I think they'd take that. Heat 11
100%.
was won by the rider in white, Max Frick. Second in red, Josh Pickering, and third in blue, Anders Rowe. Points divided again, 3 apiece, and it's now 39 points to 27. Luke Becker was absolutely miles off. He's absolutely awful in this.
Yeah, he's certainly still feeling the effects, isn't he?
He's been flying in Poland, though. I don't know. He did well in Poland since he's come back. To be fair, that's not as hard a move as it looked. Pico's just got in the deep stuff.
Nah. Yeah, and that deep stuff, when you're that close to the airbag, it kind of just sucks you in as well. He was lucky to not come off on his own accord there, to be honest.
He was, yeah. But Stuart Dixon should be reading the right act to a couple of his riders on tonight's performances, and Luke Becker should be top of that list. 1 point from 3 rides, he just isn't good enough.
It's piss poor.
It is. He looks annoyed there, but it's not good enough, is it?
It's like Ace says to or it's like what Ace said to Steen a couple of weeks ago when Steen had a bad meeting. They don't come to these meetings to finish last. You know, you finish last, and nothing goes in your bank account. And ultimately, you know, as much as it's a team sport, you've got to think of that bank account, because how else are you going to buy your Mackies on the way home?
Oh, Speedway riders and Mackies. And Speedway fans and Mackies.
How are you going to get home if you've got nothing in the bank?
They're going to come and impound your van if you don't get paid.
Yeah. But no, how are you going to get home if you've no money for petrol for your van?
I hope this is a thing that was recorded pre-meeting, because it's suddenly gone really light again. Someone's put 50 pence in the meter at Sheffield, and we've got daylight back.
Sun's come back out now, hasn't it?
It has. We're watching
the
highlights of the GP
as well.
They're just showing highlights of the GP. Should we have a quick breather for a minute?
Go on then. Hello, everybody. So, Stuart Dixon's reading a riot act to the Lions. Simon Stead singing to his boys, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
There is a change in heat number 12. Anders Rowe comes in to replace Joy Etheridge in blue. I think that's harsh on Reggie, to be honest. He's been 4+1 from a possible 6 with that retirement in there as well. I don't think he's done too bad. I think that's harsh, to be honest. But he wants to build up the scorer. I understand it, I suppose. It is harsh though. Reggie's done his job for me.
100%. But one of them. It's the playoffs. You can't just go easy on them.
It's that age-old narrative, isn't it? If Sheffield have done this to Leicester here, then Leicester can do this to Sheffield at Beaumont Park. Sorry, the Hydro Scanned Arena.
At the shithole, because they make you walk 5,000 miles to go from the car park to the ticket office.
Are you just a bit gutted that you can't get the golf club buggy now that you've not got crutches?
Then they make you walk an extra 200 miles from the ticket office to the gate in.
Heat number 12, gate 1 in red, Chris Holder. Gate 2, yellow, Drew Kemp. Gate 3 in blue, Anders Rowe. And off the outside in white, Ryan Douglas. Pressure on Dougie, yeah? He's been disappointing tonight.
He's not been great, has he?
He's not. It's a track he usually rides well. He had a bad start with the disqualification, but and then he starts racing the man instead of the track in the last one with Jack Holder. I can't even really say he's looked better than 3+1 suggests, because I don't think he has.
No, and you know what? Next year, maybe Steve will be in that 3 or 4 position at Leicester. You know, all the former scunny number 1s end up there. Come on, Anders, pal. Some of us have got packing to do. So, we're just about getting the zoomies ready then for heat number 12. The tapes
you're
right
miles
away.
behind, boss. You're miles behind. They've done one lap.
Oh, I'll shut up then.
Yeah, you give yourself a quick refresh. I'll call this one in. Chris Holder's got the lead with Ryan Douglas in second. Drew Kemp is in third at the moment, being put under pressure now by Anders Rowe. Chris Holder's away and gone. Anders Rowe is probably closer to Drew Kemp than Ryan Douglas is to Chris Holder. 1 lap left to go and Noddy's riding the right line. Anders Rowe's going wide and he's quicker than Drew Kemp. I think he might end up doing him here, to be honest. Drew's riding smart. Anders is being frustrated. Dougie's going high, wide and handsome, but it's to be fair, it's clawed some ground up on Noddy as they come round. Just as Anders Rowe comes up the inside of Drew Kemp, Drew's going to go wide. He's binned it. No contact there, and Dougie's about to go up the inside of Chris Holder. He's made up some real ground here. He's just going to run out of time. I think Chris Holder rides a good 3rd and 4th bend on the final lap, and it's a 4-2 to Sheffield, and there was no contact there between Anders and Drew. Drew bailed it, and the Tigers extend the lead. Have you managed to do a refresh, boss?
I have. And we should now be in sync.
Happy days. In the sync. I don't fit in them. Not since I was about 3 weeks old. I was too fat after that.
I was too fat to go in the sync much.
I was a thin baby. It's when I found food that I got fat.
You and me both, boss. You and me both.
Do you want to call in the result, being as I called the action?
So the official result of heat number 12 was a win for the rider in red, Christopher Holder. Second in white was Ryan Douglas, and the third in blue, Anders Rowe, because Drew Kemp fell on his bottom. Fourth, Sheffield, 2 to Leicester, making the progressive totals now 43 points to 29.
I think we're now in the realms of the area where Leicester can't really afford to drop too much further behind.
They can't. It's as simple as that. They're now 14 points down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at math, so I'm just guessing. And I think now is the time Stuart Dixon's thinking about pressing that panic button. Because yes, Sheffield's been shit at Leicester, but it's a different game in the playoffs.
And they only need to defend. They only need to pack in seconds and thirds to not lose that ground. It's completely different when they don't need to attack, innit?
100%. I mean, let's say, for example, this meeting got called off here. all Sheffield need to do at Leicester is get to 30,
Hmm.
and they've done it. So, yeah, massive free races coming up in the contest for the Lions.
Both of the Lions
So instead,
riders, both the Lions riders in this one had impressive wins in the last one, and Jack Alder had to work really hard, and Pico's got good all night. So this could be a belter, man.
this could be brilliant. So no doubt it'll disappoint.
He number 30, gate 1 in white. Max Frick, gate 2 in red. Jack Holder, gate 3 in yellow. Sam Masters, gate 4 in blue. Josh Pickering. That line is a perfect place for Pico to just steam around off gate 4, in my opinion.
It is, isn't it?
It's
And Pico's going to go.
ideal.
And Pico's going to want to get one over Max here as well.
And Jack Holder worked
yeah.
incredibly hard to pass Dougie, and in that last one, Sam looked good when he got out in front, but everyone looks good when they get in front, don't they? Becca looks fed up. I would as well, mate, if I'd only scored 1 point.
Oh, if I knew I was going to score 1 point, I wouldn't have even come into the country.
Just stayed home.
Just like, Stuart, mate, you just run our pal.
Reggie's like, I don't know what you've took me out for, pal. I've got 2 second places. What more do you want from me?
Exactly.
He has done well tonight, Reggie.
Nick Morris has got one of them really dodgy tashes, hasn't he?
And for all the stuff that went on with Nick and the ban and stuff, it is good to see him back in British Speedway.
100%. So, Stonemarsh walks away for 8.13 and takes right away. We go to fairly even start there, but it is the Lions that have made it once again, and it's the Lions on a 5-1 advantage as it stands. And these two now really just need to team ride this one home, and it'll be a bit better looking for them, although they've got 2 Tigers on the tail. Sam Masters is away and gone, and he's left Max Frick to kind of fend for himself here. And to be fair, they're only pulling away now from the Sheffield boys. This is exactly what Stuart Dixon ordered. It wasn't the doctor, it was definitely Stuart, as they come into lap number 3 now, and you just fail to see where Sheffield are going to land a blow here. They're 1 and 5 in this one. Very, very disappointing as they come round turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Then 1 more lap left to go, no more slip strips, falls and mechanical failures, and Leicester will have pulled this gap back to whatever number it'll be. 10, I think. I don't know. Yeah, what he said. And yeah, that was a perfect ride there from Sam and Max, and Pico's just given up at back.
That's a case of what's happened for the last few races. Leicester are gating so well in the second half, but that time they had the speed to hold on to it. The couple of the other boys have gated and then gone backwards, and it could be all so different. I'd expect this pairing to be in 15 as well, to be honest.
100%.
And when you look at how far Sam was off the Sheffield pairing in Heat 4 compared to how far ahead he was in that one, then
Massively, wasn't it?
the result of a big Heat 13 actually in the context of the tie was won by the rider in yellow, Sam Masters, second in white, Max Frick, and third in red, Jack Holder. 1 point to Sheffield, 5 to Leicester, narrows the gap down to 10 now. As Palmer said, it's 44 points to 34.
100%, and as you say, you know, the Lions boys just did all the work from the gate there, and that was it, really.
As you normally say, that was one of those that was won in the pits because that was a plan.
Yeah, 100%.
And you can see the speed Max Frick had. He had to scrub off to let Sam go, and you felt that there was another gear that Max had in him if he needed it. And the improvement of Max Frick in British Speedway this year he really has been the best rider of the league this season, in my opinion.
I can't disagree with that, to be honest. And he's improved a hell of a lot as a team man as well.
Yeah, it was a brilliant team ride, and that 1 and 5, you know, Sam, I said earlier on, hasn't been overly impressive this season, but he does have moments of brilliance, and that was one of them. And that's just going to settle the nerves. Now, what does Stuart do? Does he give Joe Thompson another ride, or does he put Drew Kemp in the hope that he can get himself into those points, or cause enough chaos for Kyle to get clear? Drew's coming in
Drew's
yellow.
going in.
Drew's coming in yellow. Stewart's trying to refocus him. It is a mental test for Drew. There's a point in time where Drew would have completely lost his head at the little bit of misfortune he's had in the last couple. I don't see that from him.
To be honest, if I had a Scotsman in my head like that, I'd have been telling him to F off and pushed him and shoved him out my way.
I am glad for Drew because he technically started the season without a team, didn't he? At first, after the team building, and then obviously Craig Cook happened and got the opportunity, and he's took it with both hands, and I think it's paid dividends for himself and for Leicester, to be honest. And he has really kicked on.
A little useless fact from me. All 4 of these riders have represented Scunny at some point in their careers.
I'd be telling that cameraman to shift. It's a tight enough pitch as it is when you're on the 2 minutes and got about a minute left to get there and having a cameraman literally right by you. I'd be like, oh pal, move out of the way, let me do what I need to do. Why does Drew Spannerman look like Ludwig Kaiser from WWE?
Maybe it is. Maybe he's practicing for his new career when El Grande Americano doesn't work out for him.
Little bit of WWE talk on a watch along, why not? Gate number 14, penultimate one of the evening. Gate number 1 in blue, Anders Rowe. Gate 2 in white, Carl Howarth. Gate 3 in red, Nick Morris. Gate 4 in yellow, the reserve change, Drew Kemp. This is massive because if Leicester just go and concede that 5-1 back now, all of a sudden, Heat 13 was pointless, dare I say.
Basically. But them two are almost definitely going to be back out in Heat 15.
They will, yeah.
So he could even itself out. Who knows?
And based off of the fact gates 1 and 3 were so advantageous, I'd have to assume that Sheffield won the toss and took that, which means Leicester would have the choice in 15 as well.
I'd imagine so. We didn't get to see it on the telly box because TNT started late tonight.
I was going to say they didn't even show it. We ain't blind, they just didn't even show it.
So number 14 tapes the rise and away we go. And it's Anders Rowe that gets there first and does quality right. And Drew's back on his bottom and Morris goes as well. That was nasty.
That was a tough one. That was always going to happen. Kyle was sending Nick wide. Drew was stuck on the outside, and that's classic all 4 back for me. Although it does happen on the second turn, it is bunching on the first turn that's caused it, I think. And the advertising banner on the air fences took a bit of a smack. It's been one of them meetings. It would happen on the one that they started late, wouldn't it?
Of course it would.
Carl Howarth.
Otherwise it wouldn't be Sheffield Speedway.
True. Carl Howarth had just got the lead from Anders Rowe as well, but yeah, a bit of concern for Drew, especially he hit the floor very hard, and Nick Morris did a full backward roll. It used to be called in gymnastics at school, I think. I'd expect that to be all 4 back.
I'd expect it. Dave Waters, to be fair to him tonight, has got the majority of the decisions right tonight for me.
Heat 1's a contentious one. It could have gone either way. I think it depends who you ask, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the rest of them he's got spot on. These are going on a break. We'll keep an eye on BSN to see who's going to be chucked out of this one. Ooh. There's been a couple of difficult bends and situations, and yeah, Pico does give up quite early on in 13. Just watching that highlight there.
To be honest, I could see that one being an all 4 back.
I think it will be. I think it should be an all 4 back. That situation started in the first turn. Someone's bog's being carried in like a dead body.
I don't think Drew goes in 14. I think he hit his head hard. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a concussion.
And I don't think they can bring in Joe Thompson again because he was taken out initially.
We've got a nice little replay here, and
so they must all be okay for us to have a replay. Anders made a blind. Kyle sending Nick wide. Drew's just the unfortunate one.
Classic domino effect, innit?
It is, yeah. Nick's hit his head as well, really hard. Oh,
Nick!
We nearly saved it as well.
Speedway must not ballet.
10 for style points there, though. I think Nick might be the one
Oh,
that's hit
yeah.
his head. I don't think Drew has hit his head. Nick has.
Craig Revel Horwood, he'd still only give a 7. Strictly Come Dancing reference for anybody that's mint enough to watch it.
Drew's hit his shoulder, not his head. Drew looks okay.
Yeah, he looks fine, doesn't he?
You can usually tell by looking at someone if there's a concussion fear. He looks like he's got his wits about him. He's got a sweat on.
Oh, he has. He looks at me. He looks like me when I've looked at a pizza for about 20 seconds.
Is that before you can start
And not
eating it?
Yeah.
I wonder whose bike it was. I'd say it's probably Drew's that's been carted back looking like a dead body.
Has Drew got any form of protection on under there?
He normally has. It was Drew's bike.
No.
The start marshals just said, yeah, your bike's in a skip, pal. Luke's checking he's alright as well. Then there will be a little bit of a delay now while the fence is checked, and two riders that went down are checked over to see if they're okay to go, because one of them at least, potentially both, have gave their noggin a little clout.
And there's nothing on BSN updates to suggest anyone's being excluded, so I'm assuming that'll be an all 4 back.
I think it's classic bunching, and it, to be honest, that Kyle's sending Nick wide, who's then sending Drew wide, and it's just classic bunching.
Who are you and what have you done with the real Dylan? You never stick up for first Ben bunching or second Ben bunching.
I ain't a fan of it, especially if it's if it's one that you can see it and go, yeah, that's all 4 back. But if you need multiple replays, for me, that's not an all 4 back just because it's on the first bend. If it's one that you can't straight away say that's an all 4 back decision, there's clear cut bunching, then that's kind of the old school method to look at it, I suppose, where you go on your gut instinct. But I ain't a fan of it. If just because it's in the first turn, if there's somebody to blame, that should be disqualified, whether it's the first turn or second bend of the last lap, you know what I mean? If there's an argument for if that's in any other part of the track than disqualified, then for me, that should be disqualified if it's on the first turn as well.
Good point.
And you're the opposite end of the spectrum. You bloody love the all 4 back rule and would put everybody as an all 4 back unless it was clear and obvious that it's not.
It's one of them. I've been brought up with a legend who believes in all 4 back, and everybody wants to see speedway races with 4 riders in them. Unless you're 4 shit riders like James Jessup, and
Luke Becker.
Mitchell. Luke Becker should be in the same conversation as Mitchell Clough. Luke Becker scored a point.
It's true. It's very true. But it just, for me, it's that old, if there's an argument to be made that they should go somewhere else, then for me, just because it's the first turn, they shouldn't be allowed back in my opinion.
If anyone's going to be excluded, it's going to be Kyle.
No one will for that, I don't think. I think that's clear as day. It's bunching. Drew's steel shoe came flying off. Drew's head got stuck under the airbag.
That's what I was getting confused with.
The airbag sat on top of his head for a couple of moments while he pulled it. That's got to be disorientating. You've just come down. You've had your head clouded. Nick's okay.
Nick's fine. He's alright for ballet class tomorrow.
I think Drew might be going on Dougie's bike. David Howe's there with a bike, unless it's just pushing off Drew's spare. That's a Ryan Douglas bike.
That looks like his bike, doesn't it?
Nick having a chinwag with David Howe.
So when you got to get me back in at Scunny, pal? We'll try next year, Mush. No problem. Stuart Dixon looks happy now.
And I think Drew's coming out. It's definitely a Dougie bike. Nick's okay, that's good, and that is Drew. That's no way that was Joe. He's too tall to be Joe, and Carl's at the tape, so...
And that's the Leicester Lions race, so... of the past.
I didn't even see that. I just saw a big top blimey. It looks like he's been through a meat grinder.
It looks like he's been rolling about on the floor at Butlins, but that's a story for the day.
Now that Dougie's bike's not starting.
Drew's not having much luck now, is he?
What does that do to the confidence as well? Anders Road made a good start. Carl Everett just passed him as the Reds came on. Drew looks a little. I don't envy who's got to wash those kevies, I'll tell you that. Hit number 14, restart. Anders Road gate 1 in blue. Carl Hearth gate 2 in white. Nick Morris gate 3 in red. Drew Kemp off the outside in yellow.
But it is.
It's really been a meeting of two halves for Drew, this, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But he's riding a machine that's going to be foreign to him. No two riders theoretically have bikes identical, do they? So this is going to feel really strange to Drew.
Yeah, 100%. And
Dougie will be sat in the pits praying he doesn't end up in the same state Drew's first one did.
basically, so the tapes has risen, and for it, number 14, Kyle Howarth has got there first. Drew Kemp looks like a bit of a novice, to be honest. It's the Tigers in second and third. It's a 3-all as it stands at the minute. Where the bloody hell's Nick going there? He's in the vents. That was nasty. That was nasty. And this is now going to be a 4-2 to
Reds
the...
need to come on. Reds need to come on. They came on late. They were very late. They were coming right by bend 3 and Nick's down on bend 4. They were very, very late.
Yeah, and there's a lot of concern for Nick here. You know, when they're panning on the opposite bends. Well, we're now looking at the crowd. Big crowd in.
That reminds me of where Emil came off and did himself some damage. Was it last year? I think it was that bend.
Last year, midway between bends 3 and 4.
Anders does run wider than Nick expected, and Nick's forced to go wider than he wanted to, but Nick will go for that. Could have another lengthy delay here though.
Good job I didn't go, because I'd have to leave now to catch my train. Let's see if the train was running.
Just out of pure intrigue.
Just out of curiosity. I want to go from Sheffield to Scunthorpe, not Scunny.
They are showing it again, so Nick's okay. Carl made a belter of a first turn.
He did.
See, Anders runs him a little bit wider than I think he wanted to go. He does, yeah. Anders does run him in wider than he needed to. Oh, that's all spit on his hit his head again.
Ooh.
That's a concussion. All day long, that's a concussion.
If anybody's interested, by the way, that train is running and it's just left Stockport on its way to Dore and Totley.
Does this give Drew's team chance to get the second bike ready, or is he standing out on the track? So will he go on Dougie's again? I remember there being a little rumour when Drew was at Wolves. Drew wears a gum shield. It's probably a good job. He's very smart, isn't he, old Drew? He wears earplugs, gum shield, and Nick Morris has been disqualified.
Can't argue with that one.
There was a rumour when he was at Wolves, was old Drew, that he didn't quite fit in and they didn't seem to like him. But the season he was there, Sam Masters and Dougie were both there. They're both stood having a chinwag with him at the moment.
Yeah, I think Drew's one of them riders. He's shown his colours now. He's shown the sort of lad that he can be, and people have sort of just accepted him a bit better now. Although Drew did have the piss taken out of him at the team meal, because he was the only one
who
at the team meal at press and practice.
That had the
he was the only one that
there.
was vegan.
Yeah. Oh, don't take another
Everybody
break.
else
Please don't take another break. They're having another bloody
just
one.
They're just like, we're just going to show you crashes and cock-ups. I mean, sorry, Sheffield versus Leicester.
Never forget. Oh, that is hard. I don't know if
That cross
Steady's
doesn't
more.
get easier.
I don't know if Steady's more worried about Nick there or more worried about the fact he's lost one of his representatives in the race. To be honest, you never know with Steady. He's hard to read. Shall we take a quick minute?
As long as he's got that shiny watch. Yeah, with me as well. Hello, everybody. We're back. They're not.
They're not. 13 people are still with us, though.
You've lasted all this time. It was fair play to you guys.
We've been live for just over 2 hours at this point. 2 hours and 8 minutes we've been live so far.
And yesterday was only live for an hour and 48. We're not bored of you, audience, we promise. It's just a very long-winded meeting that's dragging and dragging and dragging.
We're a bit bored of the meeting, to be honest.
Standard Sheffield meeting. I
It
don't know
is,
why
yeah.
I used... Well, actually, I do know why I used to go every week. I fancied a bird there.
And
But
Adam.
other than that, I
And
don't know.
Adam was there.
And Adam. Can't forget Adam. What a legend.
They're
What
coming back
witches.
on. They're coming back on the TV now, so hopefully we can get back on. Obviously,
Hopefully.
medics will check on Nick, but he won't be in the rerun. So if he's good and he's okay, they can get back out there and get on with it. This will be the one now. Carl made it perfectly in the initial staging. Is this the one where Anders gets it right in the rerun?
You know it's going to happen.
Speedway overall number 65,002.
0.3, 0.2, 0.5A.
0.69 column B.
Yeah, that's the one.
Anders is using his hand to
interesting-
throw some shell on. Carry on, sorry.
Interesting post here from Reese Harvey on the old base tube. Sheffield Speedway, not the fastest track in the country anymore, but the most dangerous. Your thoughts?
I wouldn't disagree with that. It's concerning, isn't it? In number 14, Anders Road Gate 1 in blue, Carhath Gate 2 in white, and Drew Kemp Gate 4 in yellow. Is he back on his own bike? Is he still on Dougie's? I think that's still Dougie's for Drew. It looks a little bit short for him. Yeah, it's still Dougie's.
got a point.
It's still Dougie's. Dougie's number's 191, and it or something like that.
171, I think.
That's
yeah,
the one.
something
Yeah,
like
it's Dougie's. Yeah, just saw the number on the left board on the side of it.
Yeah, what you said, yeah. 8:14 then. Here we go. Tapes ready.
Oh, Anders is going for that for me.
And whoa.
Reds are taking their time to come on. They're on now. For me, Anders goes for that all day long. He's clean Carl out. This is huge. This is massive.
Another delay.
And that's not a first turn. There's no first turn to be looked at there. I want to see the replay of this, but in initial instinct, Anders has cleaned Kyle up. He's took him out. He's completely cleaned him out.
Oh, Anders, what are you doing, pal?
There's no first turn argument there. This is a massive decision for Dave Waters to make. And Anders Rowe's gone. It's going to be 2 Leicester riders only.
You say this, Drew Kemp likes going on his bottom. This could end up being a 3-0.
It could. But that's the last thing Sheffield needed. That could have a massive, massive impact in this, and it is absolutely the correct decision as well.
Yeah, to be fair, there's no arguing with that. It's
you see Kyle's front wheel jerk as Anders cleans it up, and there's suddenly going to be a 5-point difference in this if both riders stay on their bikes.
Yeah, and Drew Kemp's in this one, so there's no guarantee that's going to happen.
Kyle looks a little bit knocked around. Steady's gone to check on him. Kyle and Sheffield and Steady and everyone do still have a good relationship. He spent a good few years there, didn't he?
They're still all pals and that, aren't they?
He's hurt his hand by the looks of it, Kyle, and that's not what Glasgow are going to want to hear because they've got a busy weekend. Phil Morris is telling him to hurry up because TNT want to wrap up. To be honest, so do bloody we.
TNT's got 7 minutes left of airtime that they're allowed to have. This meeting ain't seeing 8:15.
Carl makes a good one. Anders gets there. Anders is, it's clear as day, innit? There's no arguing that.
Yeah.
No matter how hard any Sheffield fans will try.
I mean, there was a gap there, and anybody would take a gap. It's just the gap was a little bit. It wasn't as big as what it should have been.
The problem for Anders is he doesn't just take the gap. He takes Carl's front wheel completely from under him. He's got a camera in his face. Just back off, Mr. Cameraman. Anders looks like he's about to go around the back and bounce something.
Nicky Pedersen would have been proud of that move.
And if this is the 5-0 expected, as we expect it to be with just 2 Leicester riders in it, and if Sheffield were to get a 5-1 in 15, the worst case scenario now, Leicester would go with a 9-point deficit, and I think they'll be happy to keep it under double figures.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think if anything less than 12-point deficit, and Leicester would be happy. So Leicester definitely, I'd imagine, be the happier of the 2 teams.
Do you want the most useless fact of the night?
Go on.
Drew Kemp is about to equal Ryan Douglas's race starts on Ryan Douglas's bike. Dougie's had 3, Kemp has had 3 with 3 attempts at, well, the 2 reruns of this.
This is Scunthorpe versus Redcar all over again. 8:15 is going to be a 5-0 to Sheffield. Now, watch.
Was that what happened in there?
There was a 5-0 to Scunny in 8, and then a 5-0 to Redcar in 14.
Blimey. David Howe telling Stuart Dixon not to count his chickens. There ain't going to be anything to call home in there. There's just not.
David Howe was just telling Stuart Dixon how to be a team manager.
Drew's gone.
And Kyle House is... He's out there, isn't he? He's been well and truly T-road by Kyle Howarth here.
Against the Honestly,
yeah.
We can't call this one. There's no action. There isn't going to be any action. They're just doing circles.
Yeah, it's just blasted itself round the outside of Drew Kemp. Yeah.
Tell you what,
this is.
I don't know if Kyle's slowing up just to let Drew clear off, or whether Drew is genuinely this quick.
Well, it's one of them. If the referee deems Kyle to be slowing up to not be making an effort to racing, he could exclude Kyle for not making an effort to be racing.
I don't think
so.
There's
it
any
could still be a 3-0.
I don't think there's any.
I don't think it will be, but it could be.
He's going round at racing speed.
But
He's just conservative, I think we'll say.
but yeah,
I don't know what gate won that. Gate 4, that was where Drew
Oh.
was.
the one where Drew Douglas won off.
It's got a nice ring to it, ain't it? Drew Douglas.
44-39, yeah?
Yes.
Get in.
For you having your maths right, not the score line, because you have no affiliation one way or the other.
You know me, Bush, as I said to you at the start, I don't really give a shit who gets in, because Ipswich are going to batter him in the final.
Heat number 14 was won by the rider in yellow, Drew Kemp. Second in white, Carl Howarth. 2 finishers only. 0 to Sheffield, 5-2 Leicester, and TV are calling this now because 15's ready to go. It's Max Frick and Sam Masters versus one of the Holder boys.
Jack Holder's in blue.
Josh Pickering is in red.
Is they Max in white, yeah?
Yeah, Max white, Sam yellow, and I'd imagine Leicester will take 1 and 3. We've both got scorecards, so we're filling them in as we go. Leicester are on 1 and 3 across the tapes. Gate 1 in white for Leicester, Max Frick. Gate 2 in red for Sheffield is Josh Pickering. Gate 3 in yellow for Leicester is Sam Masters. Gate 4 in blue for Sheffield is Jack Holder. Worst case scenario, if this is a 5-1 to Sheffield, there's going to be 9 points in it. Anything else, and it's better for Leicester.
It's going to be a 1-point deficit. I can feel it.
You got a feeling there'll be another 5-1 here?
Can't remember what the gates were in E13, but
13,
these two boys for Leicester.
Max was on 1 and Sam was on 3, same gates.
Same gates.
The two
Same
Sheffield,
gates.
two Sheffield boys have swapped gates from 13. Jack was on 2 in that one and Josh on 4.
Oh well, boys, we've got seconds left of TNT Sports coverage here. When you're ready, boys, come on, pals. Daddy's very nervous looking at that. His team shouldn't have been shit then, should they?
For the last time, Star Marshall's about to walk away, hopefully. Palmer, bring us home, son, and I ain't gonna lie, I've never been so glad to be at home. It's gone that long. Winchester's here. Literally, it's gone that long. Winchester's just got back in time to hear the last race.
Good hell. So the tapes rise on for 8:15. It's the two two Leicester boys that get there first, and it's going to be another 5-1 to the Leicester Lions there. If things carry on the way they are, and to be honest, I can't see a world where it isn't. The two Lions boys they're just team riding Jack out of this one. To be honest, Jack's giving absolutely everything to give Sheffield a bit more of an advantage. And now Holder up the inside of Max Frick. Not quite. Max shuts the door. Jack back underneath Frick there. It's a very good ride here for second and third, but Jack just can't get outside or inside of Max here. And Sam Masters is quite slow at front, to be honest. If Sam Masters lets Max go, Jack Holder gets round him, if you ask me. But we've got 1 lap left to go, and Jack Holder's giving absolutely everything here. And Holder's now trying to go around the outside here, not quite worked out. Jack up the knees for the inside of Max Frick, and he's about to do Sam Masters as well. Is he? Isn't he? We don't know. It's very, very close to in the last bend here, and it's Masters just. Wow.
That was nearly tears. Nearly tears. As you called in real time there, Sam was slow, but 3 points. I think Sheffield will be really disappointed with that, and it's for me advantage Leicester in the final now, in the second leg, even final leg of this one. You know what I mean. The final result of the evening. Sam Masters takes the win in yellow, second in blue, battling ride by Jack Holder, and third in white, Max Frick the final score 46 points to Sheffield, 43 to Leicester. Josh Pickering finishes at the back. Unlucky for Max there, to be honest. Jack found some pace up the inside. Sam was just a little bit slow, and it slowed Max Frick down, and Jack managed to get him. But Sheffield will not be happy with that, considering the position they were in.
100%. You know, imagine being 12, 14 points up and then bottling it.
Do you wanna quickly give us a rider of the night? I'll just let you pick one.
There isn't one, to be honest, for me. So we'll give tonight's rider of the night to Stuart Dixon. Well done, Stuart, pal.
I'd say Drew Kemp. He won 3 races.
About time he did something with his season, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll give it to him because he looks like me.
Do you want to quickly run us through the scores, then we'll wrap it up?
So, very, very quickly then. For Leicester, Max Frick 9-1, Luke Becker 1, Ryan Douglas 5-1, Kyle Howarth 6-2, Sam Masters 12-1, Drew Kemp 10, Joe Thompson nothing. For Sheffield, Jack Alder 7, Leon Flint 5-1, Chris Alder 8-2, Nick Morris 6-1, Josh Pickering 8, Anders Rowe 8-1, Jai Etheridge 4-1. That's us for tonight. I've never been so glad to see the end of a meeting. I don't think you have either. We've been Dan and Dylan. We'll see you on Monday. Have a blessed week.